for the vlog.
Lobsters are valid carry-on. They give it to you like in a box where it is alive and like in a little water, and you can check that as like a carry-on in your plane.
Hi everyone, I'm Brewings Cosplay, and this is the overdue Fan Expo 2023 vlog. I'm sorry that it took so long for this to come out, but I'll talk a bit more about that later. First things first, what is Fan Expo? Fan Expo is a company that runs several huge conventions all across North America. Fan Expo Canada is the biggest one up here. This is my first time going to the convention and I was really excited, but not everything went to plan. Before we get into the emotional stuff, however, let's check in on when we arrived at the hotel on Saturday. There we go. Look at me being semi-professional. Okay. So we just landed in Toronto, got to the hotel. It's quite nice actually for like, I think this was rated like what, 3.5 stars?
Probably.
But it's nice. Like, I'm not upset by this at all. Like,
The fucking
I'm quite happy.
They have the big bottles. That's new to me.
Yeah, this is really cool.
I'm used to just having like a little disposable one that you steal, but that you get like one wash of your body out of.
Yeah, no, this is a really cool setup, and I like this like tiling. This is my interior decorating review. I like the like tiling that they have in the shower. I think it's really cool. Oh, I should hang up my stuff for Ariel before we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're just getting settled and then we're gonna head down to the convention and just kind of bum around for a little bit, right Oliver? We then got in a cab and drove to the convention center. This is probably the worst part of the trip since the 30-minute drive on the map ended up taking almost an hour due to Toronto's heavy traffic. I've lived in cities all my life, but Toronto was unlike anything I'd seen before and it was kind of overwhelming. Anyway, we eventually made it to the convention center and started wandering around. I took a lot of footage of the vendors hall, but I won't bore you with showing you all of that. I think this clip pretty much sums up how busy it was. Eventually, we found a spot to sit and decided to check in. We have sat down because my knee was hurting and we wanted food. Is that a fairy godmother from Shrek?
Yes.
It totally is. Oh my gosh, she looks amazing.
Sir, that's the least
It's fantastic. We missed the costume contest, which we missed it. I'm a little sad about it, but like, I'll get over it. We made it through the like main vendor hall, the north building. Made it through the north building, and once we have rested for a moment, we're gonna explore the south building, which is all of this.
I think I want to try this. This is like the vendor, like the artist alley.
Yeah, it's the sign says Artist Alley right over there.
Yeah. That's usually like where I find more stuff I like is like a lot of time vendors I find like there can be people who will have like rare things or vintage things that are cool, but I've heard often like the artists that have like handmade stuff and like hand drawn stuff way more interesting.
Yeah.
That's something like you're not gonna see it every time.
I do think the vendor area over there is more likely to have like a light stick, because I do still really want to try and find a light stick. There was not a single one upstairs that I saw anyway. So I'm hoping there will be some down here. But yeah, then we're just gonna explore, hang out. There's some really awesome cosplays here. Like, really, really awesome. Probably like intermixed in the talking bits, I'll put in like pictures of people that I've taken and be like, look at this cool person that I saw.
All my great pictures.
All your great pictures, yeah. I'll just have like a whole slideshow segment in the middle that's just you. Oh, are we showing the Polaroids? Okay, so we stopped by the Wattpad booth.
Cowards.
Which we're gonna do again tomorrow because I want to get pictures of Ariel there. But I got This picture of me and like
the sci-fi. They honestly, like, the little setups they have were really cool. Like a really cool little photo. It reminds me of when Joy Lab was set up in Halifax, the February Center, where it was always really cool, like photo op-esque booths.
Yeah.
But they had like one for like romance, fantasy, sci-fi,
and werewolf.
and werewolf because they're cowards and they won't call it ABO.
Yeah.
Know your roots, kids.
But yeah, so I went into the sci-fi booth. I got put in a tube. And then
I was in the fantasy one. I got a cool little crown.
look at it, look at our king. Look at
Did I
that.
tell you a story about in Pokemon Diamond when I would like bred like a million Pachirisus, like in essentially a puppy mill of Pachirisus?
I don't think you did tell me that story.
Oh,
But
it's a good story.
There are the you can tell me later when I'm not recording for the internet. Because that seems like a story the internet would. There's a Claudine wolf.
You don't want to hear my.
I need 1 second. I need to go take a picture of the Claudine if she will allow me. I also made the mistake of leaving my camera with my friend Oliver, so here's some of that footage. In and zoomed out. Can you put my Polaroid back in your
Big boys in town now. Ken just went to go take a photo of the cosplayer. Now I'm in charge. There's a reason I don't vlog anymore. Ken, you are not allowed to cut out a second of this footage.
I met so many amazing cosplayers, and here are a few of their acts I was able to get. Please go check out their work, they're all fantastic. But easily the best part of Saturday was meeting one cosplayer in particular.
How do you want me to do this?
I'm just gonna like introduce you and then I will turn the camera, okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I am very happy because we finally ran into someone that I have known through Instagram for quite a while at this point. We've been following each other for a while. But this is A-OK Cosplay.
Hello! Yeah, I'm Lex, they, them pronouns. I also go by A-OK Cosplay. Thanks for letting me be in
Best friend and spiritual twin.
Okay, so I will be putting their links in the description because they are fantastic.
I appreciate you, man!
And I just wanted to show them off because I love them and I'm really happy that we finally got to meet. Also, I got bridal carried by this Zach cosplayer and I appreciate it very much.
Perfect!
Thank you very much.
You guys have a good night, Tony. Good. You got it.
Hi, and you can stop zooming in on
I
me.
had an experience.
I hope you know I recorded that, Oliver. Oh, someone got delivery. Let's take it. What is it? KFC? Can't tell. Okay. Good news, my battery works. Okay.
I thought you were talking about that. I was like, yeah,
There's a
it's a lamp.
To be fair, I can't really blame you for thinking that. I am kind of dumb sometimes. Okay. We just got back to the hotel. We're gonna settle in for the night. And tomorrow is the big day. I'm probably gonna get you to record for most of tomorrow, just where there's a bunch of stuff that I specifically want to do. So it'll be Oliver Cam, which
So good.
goodness only knows how well that goes, seeing as this is still super zoomed in. Oliver.
Funny.
Do I even want to watch the video you took of that guy lifting me?
No, that's good.
Okay.
It's the other stuff I filmed that I think you should leave to the imagination.
Leave until I edit it? Okay. Okay, well, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna let you guys go. And I will see you. I might film more, like, if anything starts happening tonight, like someone being themselves. I might record it because it might be funny, but I probably am going to check in tomorrow. Bye guys. And that was Saturday. Sunday morning started with us getting ready since it was the first day we were going to be cosplaying. I'm not going to play the music because I don't want this video to get flagged, but any K-pop fans out there might recognize my poor attempt at dancing. Finally, we were ready and headed out to the convention again. Luckily, the drive wasn't nearly as bad this time and we were able to get there before the con even opened. And this is where things started to go wrong. So day 2 is off to a great start. Because my shoes have already started breaking.
What did I say?
I don't think it's because I wore them early. I think it's just because I did them badly. So luckily we got here really early, so we're gonna find out where we have to go, hang out there for a bit, and then hopefully the convention will have some sort of cosplay repair station. And if they don't, I did already message Lex that you guys saw yesterday to hopefully bring a hot glue gun, and hopefully they will see that before they leave.
Get an ATM and get some breakfast in it.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'll see you guys in a minute. Bye.
Hold on, I can do a funny thing. Oh, hold on.
I'm holding. Ah!
Forget us.
You jerk. Okay, bye. Shortly after this, my bracelet also fell on the ground and broke, and I was not okay about it. Eventually, we get into the costume repair room, and we were able to fix my mistakes enough to make it wearable, and we were out to the con properly. And a good thing too, because Sunday was the day of one of the biggest moments of my life.
It's getting very, very close. We're almost there. To meet she. Ladies and gentlemen, her.
Obviously, we weren't allowed to actually film me meeting Jodie Benson, but here's a clip Oliver got of me immediately afterwards.
This is kind of immediately after they met Jodie Benson. She was really nice. They're really pretty.
I held it together enough to actually like say words.
Speak words. And she said you looked really pretty.
She did. She said she liked my costume.
We did it. That's the whole reason. We can go home now. But we're not gonna.
We can go home. I also got a little bit of footage of the Disney cosplay meetup, which was a ton of fun. This was the first themed cosplay meetup I have attended, and I had a really great time. Everyone was so nice, and I really hope I can do more of these in the future. Okay,
Yeah.
so I got the Stray Kids mystery bag. They are my favorite group, so we're gonna open it and we're gonna see what we got.
And I already did my lucky chant to make it lucky.
There's some keychains. Okay, I'm gonna do the stickers first. Oh, there's
It
a
was
lot
also
of
$25, so it's $25 with the kids.
worth of things. Okay, oh, there's Felix in a flower crown. Oh, cute. Okay, so then we got Sungmin, Hyunjin, which is a really nice picture of him. We got another Felix.
Here he is.
Okay, and then there's this little pack. How do we open this? Even more stickers. So we got all of the boys.
I'm up here now.
Oh, you're over here. We got all the boys. We got another Hyunjin. We've got, I believe that's Changbin. I get him and Han mixed up sometimes, but I'm pretty sure that's Changbin. And then we got another segment.
Yay.
And for the keychains, that's all it's in there. Okay, for the keychains, we've got, I can't tell who that is. It's Max. Oh, it's IN. Oh, okay. So we got Maxident IN, which is the album that Case 143 is on, which is a really good song. And we got, and we got Maxident Lino.
Yay.
So the only members of the group that I didn't get anything of is Bangchan and Han/Changbin. I'm pretty sure that's Changbin, but so I didn't get anything of Bangchan and Han, but I got a bunch of stuff of a bunch of my favorites.
Yeah, and you got a sticker of, the first one was a sticker of Felix, so
The very
that's
first one was sticker of Felix, and he is my bias.
So that is, I would consider that success.
I also consider that a success. I am.
Yeah.
We decided to leave a bit early on Sunday, so after saying a quick goodbye to AOK Cosplay, we headed back to the hotel. So before we do that, let's also do the HalCon review real quick. General thoughts, I really enjoyed this convention. I thought it was awesome. Favorite part of the con for me, obviously, was meeting Jodie Benson. That like skyrockets this probably up to like my second best con I've ever been to, just because I got to meet Jodie. My least favorite part, there was some issues with crowds, especially in the North Building. It was very crowded. It got very crowded very quickly. Shortly after we got there, we had stopped at like, I think it was that first booth with the Pokemon. But there's this guy that was like beside me and was like, well, it's not gonna move if no one moves, and it's like, no shit, dude.
Yeah,
like
most people aren't moving because, like, say someone's stopping and looking at something, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to like keep a constant flow of traffic.
Yeah. No, like there were a handful of people that were quite rude about getting through the crowds, which was not great. But that's obviously not really the con's fault. That's just people. Yeah. I'll turn it over to general thoughts.
General thoughts, I did really enjoy it. I had a good time. Obviously, there's parts of me wishes we could have been there for longer, but other parts of me knows that I wouldn't have probably been able to handle it for definitely not like the full 4 days. Like, I feel like maybe we could have gotten to see more on Saturday, because I really did feel like, obviously, it was good that we left when we did, because we needed to get back here. We needed to like rest a little bit and get ready for the big day we were doing.
Also were literally kicking us out.
Literally, I'm still shocked that like it closes so early, because to me Saturday is usually the longest day, although obviously with this being a 4-day con. Yeah, so I'm so shocked that it closed at like 7 on. But yeah, overall, my favorite thing about it was like the vendors. I really was going there basically to meet my best friend and to shop. That was where I was like, that's why I bought so much shit compared to Ken. And I did love all the vendors I got to see. And I think maybe part of the reason I wish we could have been there longer is that like there is stuff I wish we could have seen.
Yeah,
like I would have loved to see the cosplay contest. I would have loved to see all the other things, but a lot of them are like intersecting. There could still like a little bit of lack of maybe like communication between everyone like in staff or security and signage, because like definitely like I feel like there should have been like an earlier communication of like the con is closing in like 15 minutes, because we totally had no idea, so we were still basically trying to shop and find things, and they're like 7, everyone go, and basically there was a big like not necessarily stampede but like a long line.
There was a
people.
bottleneck.
Yeah, it was a big bottleneck. Yeah, and
because they're getting out of the main that's one complaint that I have. Getting out of the main like dealer's room area, there is a single elevator which is exclusively for accessibility, which something that I did like was that they had that sort of sectioned off for people who needed it. The accessibility was kind of hit or miss. This is a slight tangent, because while it was awesome that they did that and they had medical sticker markers for like to show not only that you could use the elevators, but also like if you're having some sort of medical issue, it was easy to identify you. However, there was like no accessible seating anywhere.
No seats.
There were no seats.
Not even like chairs in the hallway.
No, you had to like sit on the floor if you were gonna sit down. And me with my knee issues, I still did it, but I didn't like doing it, and it was really hard for me to get up afterward. I think they estimated like 132,000 people there, and you're telling everyone to just like, hey, get out at 7.
Like I expected maybe they should have had a better signage of like a warning at like 6, a warning at 6:30, a warning at 6:45, and
the bag check was really weird because, and I don't know, did they open yours?
I cannot remember, but I feel like I did open it.
Okay, you opened your bag.
And I feel like mostly they wanted to know like my water bottle. And I was like, oh yeah, it's just got a little bit of water in it.
Yeah. They didn't open mine at all. The guy just grabbed one side of it and squeezed it a couple times and was like, "Yep, you can go in." Like,
mine was to more or less a normal level, maybe a little bit less thorough, but yeah, when they were just like, yeah, feel it, okay, cool. Maybe that was also a speed thing, because obviously they're dealing with crowds of 100,000 people.
But again, we were there super early. I feel like they could have checked ours a little bit more thoroughly. I would definitely come back to Fan Expo again. I don't think I would do the 4 days because it's just so much, but I would like to do like a full Saturday and a full Sunday. It is also noteworthy, if you're going to this convention, the north building, which is where like the vendor, like the most of the vendors are, and that's also where like the guests were, at least this year. Building is super crowded. It is much smaller than the other one, so there were a lot of people and it was really hard to navigate. But the south building, which is where the artist alley is, where most of the food is, and
I like the food.
The food is great.
That's my hot dogs.
Food's great. Yeah, so like that's where the food is, and they were like not badly priced, all things
The
considered.
smoothie was kind of expensive, but also it was like run by like a small business where like they have their restaurant and they were doing this also. So
Yeah.
like can't blame them obviously. Like
No,
you gotta
I would recommend spending more time in the south building than in the north one if you're not particularly good with crowds. But overall, it was really good. I would love to go back again one year in the future. I am going to go. I'm gonna wash my makeup off and take a bath. We're gonna get some food, and then we're gonna sleep because we have to be at the airport for 5 a.m. tomorrow. Finally, we got on our early flight back to Nova Scotia, where I fell asleep to the classic Monster High 13 Wishes. I saw my immediate thoughts about the con, but I wanted to check in now, almost 2 months later, because my opinion has slightly changed. If I were to go to Fan Expo again, I would want to go for the whole weekend. Mostly so I can pace myself better. There was so much to do this weekend, and several events that I didn't get to go to because we were only there for 2 short days. If I went for all 4, or even if I just went for 3, I could manage my time a lot better. Otherwise, my biggest critique is still the lack of accessibility. That was really just annoying throughout the whole weekend. So that finishes up this 2023 Fan Expo convention vlog. I'm sorry that it took so long for this to get out. I've had a lot going on in my personal life in regards to work and the future of my education, if I'm being blunt. That being said, I love you guys and I hope to see you all soon.